about to start. I have it pulled up on the screen, but I'm not sure if it's activating. I might need to press on it. But anyway, hey y'all, welcome to Aviva's channel on music, because that's where I can live stream right now. Yeah, if y'all don't know who I am, nice to meet you. Hey, what's up? We're about to stream this thing. Let me see if there is another link that's coming up, because this one's not coming up for some reason. The other meeting just ended, so yeah, I think it was not allowing me. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing this one, and I'm going to. Okay, it's not quite hooked up yet. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, is this it? That's it. Here it comes. Here it comes. All right. We are live, y'all. And I actually have to go teach a class. It's a quick class, so I might be back before the meeting's over. But Joseph's going to hang out with y'all while I go teach. I'm leaving in about 10 minutes. So can you guys hear Joseph?
Hey, guys. Joseph, owner of the CBD Source, going to watch it with you guys and try to stay up to date firsthand live with it.
So let me know if you can hear him. I'm going to test it out with another screen temporarily to see if, like, while it's playing, you can hear him. So I'm going to share this music. And now talk. See if you can talk over it. See if you hear my voice. And Joseph, let's see if they hear your voice.
I can hear you, but it sounds like the computer again.
Yeah. Okay. So let's share the other one. So while people are, while there's sound going on, it might be hard to hear us.
Yeah, I can hear you good. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Let me see if I could turn my mic up. I don't think I can.
Okay, and I apologize again. Yeah, I just had to come and get my daughter at 4 because it was supposed to be at 2, remember?
Don't apologize. You're not the one who changed the schedule. Okay, cool. So yeah, so thank you everyone for checking on. Thank you for giving this video a thumbs up to bring more people here. And thank you for subscribing to this channel. This is my music channel. And then also with the USA Hemp Revival, make sure you're subscribed to that channel, because that's where you'll get all the notifications of hemp videos. And also you will get to see all the hearings I posted on there. I just got up the hearing from yesterday, both of them, the ag and the House of the Regulated Industries. I do have a lot of hemp videos on this channel, because I just did everything on my music channel for like 10 years of like all kinds of hemp stuff. But I'm slowly getting it all over to the USA Hemp Revival. So yeah, that's been going on for at least a year now. So yeah, so it looks like the meeting is still getting ready to start. Oh, it says governmental affairs. So you know what? Let me make sure. Let me make sure that we're not missing something here. It says it's offline. Okay. I'm just gonna refresh. Yeah, they haven't gotten started yet. We're still waiting. Hopefully it'll happen before I have to go teach my class. Yeah, because I don't think we want this one, actually. I think we want this one. even though it's offline right now. Yeah. All right. So we're waiting. We are waiting. Talk amongst yourselves. Does anyone want any links of anything? I can shoot you the link of like the hearing from yesterday. You want me to put that in the chat? Oh, I know. We can start with a prayer for cannabis while we're waiting. How about that? Or should we watch the news clip? Let's do the prayer. Good to pray. Wow, we got a lot of videos up here. Oh, we're there.
I make an outstanding agreement to honor and respect cannabis as a plant for food, free to be planted, harvested, and processed by all. I break any past contract known or unbeknownst to me that has taken away my freedoms and security. By but not limited to being punished, shamed, lied to, neglected, shot, blocked, or manipulated in regards to my personal relationship with and awareness of the cannabis plant. I am committed to spreading education about the many uses of cannabis, from fuel to paper, rope, fiber, medicine, technology, and ceremony. I believe we all stand and work together to reveal the truth about cannabis and help each other heal. The great deception lies, punishment and withholding of information that has affected the quality of our health and prosperity, relationships, communication, and camaraderie. My healthy, prosperous life deserves honor and devotion, and I honor my life. And it is my choice to use cannabis if it can contribute to and sustain this. I release any and all shame and fear if it's connected to this belief. Oh, oh, I agree to honor my beliefs and acknowledge new agreements for the support and protection of our basic human rights. In regard to protecting and caring for ourselves, others, earth, and earth's resources. any human's right to grow cannabis in a personal garden, family and or industrial farm. All suppression in the form of laws or otherwise that is out of agreement with this new contract is in violation of our beliefs, and it is my responsibility to make sure there's relief. And this is heard far and wide until total liberation is achieved. This is my sacred agreement and commitment, and I see that it is good.
Discussed yesterday and what was in the bill that was put before us. And we heard testimony yesterday, and we had to move on out pretty quick. But we suspect that we know how a lot of the folks that had signed up yesterday. Now, I'm not one that chairs a meeting that I don't believe in people having a right to be heard, but I think we heard a pretty good feel yesterday. I want to preface a couple of more comments. This issue before us is something that we have last year when the legislature passed the hemp bill and sent it to the ag department. They have put the guardrails around what is and what's not eligible, what's in the testing and such as that. It appears to be a new type of a drink or other type of things that could be used for the personal enjoyment of folks. I have said for years that, those of us who've dealt with alcohol issues, we know that the alcohol industry has lost a lot of curry over the years because younger people want something else. They don't want the headaches. They don't want the hangovers. And quite frankly, it appears to me that a lot of folks are probably drinking these because from the folks that I have talked to, this told me about them, it's sort of a tranquil effect. I mean, that's the best I can explain it. I haven't heard a lot about the buzzing, but, I'm not a hypocrite. At the very least, people do drink alcohol because they like the buzz, except for me. I purely like the taste of Irish whiskey, but that comes from my genetic background. So that being said, I am going to give everybody here a chance to be heard in one fashion. And if I would, everybody here that's here to speak in favor of this bill, because we certainly heard some yesterday that put the caution out there. Anybody here that's here to speak in favor, if you would raise your hand. All right. Do we have, how many folks are manufacturers as opposed to retailers? All right. Very good. Now, we can move on very quickly with this. I have a proposition before the committee. If you'll look at the substitute to House Bill 254, and this is LC 28069S, because we're going to be studying this in depth this summer. I mean, we'll be studying it in depth, the issues about this hemp-based products and all for full understanding. One of the things that came out yesterday, and as I questioned the author of the bill, he agreed that if there's any place that should have the right to sell these products, it should be package stores, because they check IDs and such as that. So it didn't seem to be fair. So before you, what you see is a substitute to the bill, and it does one thing only. It gives the Department of Revenue the authority to promulgate the rules and regs to allow package stores, if they are licensed by the Department of Agriculture for these products, for them to sell these products. And if there's any discussion, I'll open the floor up. Nobody's got a question. What a great committee. Number 24.
Can I still be on the committee?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm still trying to get my head around all this. Does this in any way allow us to collect excise taxes on these?
No, sir. Yesterday, I had discussed this for the last 2 or 3 weeks. We've been working with the Department of Agriculture and the Department of Revenue about putting some guardrails and putting excise tax. And Revenue met with me yesterday, and out of an abundance of precaution, they said that it would take more than just a simple section. This was, matter of fact, to put excise tax on these products would take crossing 3 or 4 different code sections. And out of an abundance of caution to them, we've decided that that would be part of this study this summer, not just on the products themselves and the safety and of the verification, but we'll also be looking at the excise tax on it at that time. This only does one thing, and that's puts these into the package stores in the state.
Mr. Chairman, just a follow-up question. Again, I'm just so new to this whole issue. Is it age 21 or is there age limitation on purchase?
You have to be 21 years of age.
21, and that's what
this doesn't change anything. It just says, and that authority is in the rules and the regs at the Department of Ag. You have to be 21 years of age.
So this doesn't stop any of the current distribution methodology.
It does not take it out of any of the current locations. To sell a hemp-based product, you have to be licensed by the Department of Agriculture.
Yes.
And in this case, not only would you have to be licensed by the Department of Revenue, by the Department of Agriculture, you'd also have to be licensed by Revenue to sell alcoholic beverages.
Okay. Thank you. That answers my question.
Up to 10. We haven't changed any of the levels. It's still at 10s. Number 3, Ms. Bennett.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I know you just answered the question, but I need to ask because I missed it. Should this pass, it allows for excise taxes now or after the summer study committee?
It'll be after the summer, so it'll be next session. So that gives us all summer to look at this, look at the products, to look at the whole deal. Gives you time to talk to some of the more knowledgeable folks. We've worked with the Department of Agriculture. Catherine Russell has been an immense help over there about the whole issue of how they came to what they came to. Revenue can tell you about the other. Quite frankly, I regret that we had someone in attendance yesterday, a lady that runs the labs down in Macon that does the testing on this. And I talked with her afterwards, and I regret that we didn't have a chance to call her for running out of time. But I'm sure that sometime during the interim, when we're having some meetings on this, she was quite the eye opener about a lot of the misunderstandings and the things about these drinks. So at that time, number 28.
Oh, that'd be good. Just at proper time, I'll make a motion.
All right. Let's see. Do we have any other questions from any of the committee members? Well, if not, this is the proper time.
I'll make a motion to pass.
We have a motion. We have a second. We have any further questions? Any discussion?
Let's drink and get high.
And I want to say this before we take a vote, for all the folks who have sent the text and emails, which is probably more than I have seen on any subjects as of late. We're not banning the product. We're going to be looking at the product over the interim. And that being said, if there's no further questions, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. And this has been a gloriously short meeting, and y'all can get on to your other business. Oh, one other thing. You'll see a samples that was brought of this product. Take these home with you. Do not open them here, because I would be under pain and suffering from the speaker's office of daring to have entice something on the premise. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm back. Oh my goodness. That was crazy. I was watching on my way to class and I was like, what? That's it? It's over? Okay. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. Okay, so First, I'm going to quickly answer. I see like people don't know what happened. So I'm going to quickly tell you what happened, recap, and then I'm going to tell you what is probably about to happen. Oh, I lost Joseph. Okay, so what happened is they voted on a substitute. It was not a ban on the drinks. It was a substitute bill, completely different, just allowing these hemp drinks to come back to liquor stores. Because of the ban of the liquor store, I think the liquor companies were angry that they couldn't sell them. And so they tried to ban them. And so they're like, okay, well, as long as I can sell them, we don't have to ban them, right? That could be one interpretation. Or it could have just been Cowsert. We don't know. We'll never know. Maybe. Maybe it'll come out in Hempdemic too. So what's the next step? Okay. This is good news right now, but the bill is not dead, which means it's going back to the Senate, which means that the Senate can do with it what it wants, but then it's going to have to come back to the House. Okay, but before it goes to the Senate, it is going to the House floor. So once it passes the House floor, it goes back to the Senate for an amendment approval. If they don't, of substitute approval. Now, this is exactly probably going to happen at like 12 o'clock at night on April 4th on Sunny Day. So we're going to either be live streaming from the Capitol or from here watching. And this time we're going to stay up. What day of the week is April 4th? Because last time I didn't want to stay up because I was like teaching a class early in the morning the next day. Okay, it's Friday. So we can stay up as late as we need to.
Can we be there?
Yeah, of course. It's the people's house. Okay, so what I think is the Senate, if they don't approve of it before the last day, we've got like 3 days left of session or 2 days left of session, then yeah, on April 4th, they are going to have it on the floor. Like we're just going to be having to watch it live when it's on the floor. I'm going to have to try to figure out when things are being heard. And they're probably going to either pass it as is, which would be amazing. That would be the best possible scenario, that the House passes it and then the Senate passes it, because I want to be able to get my permagran from, liquor stores. Because sometimes, hemp stores close before I get off work sometimes, right? And so it would be great if it just passed the House and then it passed the Senate. But once the Senate gets it, they have been known to amend anything that they want, right? So they could literally do anything they want to it, because they did anything they wanted in the House, right? And that's what happened with 494. It went back over there and then they just suddenly decided to ban flour. So they could suddenly decide to ban gummies. We don't know. And we won't know until we see the substitute in the Rules Committee. So that's the trick, is we have to watch the rules every morning at 9. They have a rules hearing. And if he says, okay, we want the Senate to add this and that to it, at that point, we should be able to see what version the Rules Committee is submitting to the Senate to vote on, the Senate rules. And then we should be able to click on that bill and see the current version at that point. Does that make sense? I know it's crazy. So, any questions? So, do you want to reiterate that, Joseph?
That's a lot. Yeah, so the biggest thing that we need to watch is what the Senate is going to do with the bill now that it's come out of committee voted to pass. It seems like a very favorable one, especially for manufacturers like Omari. Our buddy Omari with Dirty Lemonade, that's a big move for him because that's more locations he can sell to. It doesn't put any more limitations than what he's already manufactured for. So hopefully that'll save him some more money too. I mean, a big win, I think, as long as it stays that way. But like you said, I mean, if they can amend it or anything, what are they going to try to attack next, and who's behind it? Obviously, we saw yesterday, Cowser. He's definitely got something going on. But yeah, I mean, definitely have to pay attention because we don't want to be 494 again. But it's a lot. It's a lot. It's gonna go move through a lot of hands. So we definitely have to keep a close eye on it.
Yeah, and thank you, Eric Wise, for saying thank you, and thank you for being here. And thank you, Joseph, for explaining that and keeping people on the live while I was gone. um, but yeah, I think it is a win, at least temporarily. And it seems like the liquor lobbyists are doing their homework and have already, spoken to Calzert about it. Now, whether or not he'll present it to the floor, like, what the heck? Like, with 494, he was like, what the heck? No, not with 494. This was with last year with 196. They like pulled a doozy on that bill. And again, it was at midnight 2 years ago, and it didn't pass because, this other thing was added to it. It was so he had his, like, I think his D8 bill he wanted to pass, and then they merged it with the get rid of the medical cannabis commission. So that's like the history with Alan Powell and Cowser, is they are a little bit at odds because Alan Powell had 196, which was going to dissolve the medical cannabis commission, and everyone was cheering that on. And then the last minute they combined both of their bills, like they attached that to Cowsert's bill, or at least the bill that he approved of. I don't remember who the sponsor was, which was similar to SB33, I think. And so it all just it lost by one vote.
Yeah, and so I recently learned that those are what is referred to as zombie bills, or like you guys refer to as the carry bill.
Oh no, that's different. That's when something becomes a completely different bill.
Oh,
Not
okay.
when it attaches. So
Okay.
that's when like the substitute is like, at least this is relative to the hemp program. But one
Yeah.
year I was in a committee to testify for like a definition bill, like, oh, this is just changing the definition of hemp to or one of the definitions of a product or something. And then it was all of a sudden a 30-page medical cannabis bill, which had nothing to do with hemp. That's like the zombie bill, the carrier bill. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is definitely not a carrier bill because it's like doing something that no other bill is doing. The zombie
Yeah.
would be like how HB227 changes low THC oil to medical cannabis, which I don't know if that's ever was heard in the Senate yet.
I think that was part of the vape bill, wasn't it?
It might be part of 220 anyway, but there were a couple of, if you look at the newsletter with the list of of all the cannabis bills, which I should put in the chat, but that there's like two that just changed the definition that could be zombie bills.
Okay.
But I don't know if they passed anywhere.
It seems like they're focusing on hemp.
Yeah, it's just so weird that there's just 40 days of session, but
but it's a good thing too, though, for the people, because if it doesn't get passed in those 40 days, we're good for the rest of the 320.
They could have special sessions though. They often do.
True.
So the vape bill, I didn't put the follow-up hearing on 577. I know I have one on the USA Hemp Revival channel. Do you know how to look that up, Eric, on the website and everything? Let's see what's going on with 577. Is that the number of the vape bill? Yeah. Okay, here it is. So it looks like it passed the House, And I don't know what this vape bill does. So someone would have to explain it to me. And
The
then,
nicotine vape.
yeah.
I couldn't tell you. I don't do tobacco products.
I feel like hemp is in that vape bill too, but maybe not. But there was a second Senate committee hearing in regulated industries, and I haven't gotten that one up on my channel yet. And yeah, let me get. Oh, oops. I'm glad that wasn't happening while I was gone. That would have been annoying. But oh yeah, and I do want to thank everyone who has donated. Y'all are amazing. Thank you, everyone. Scott Ellison, Joe Salome, Dorinda, Joseph. And I'll stick that link down here too if anyone wants to throw me $1. That'd be awesome. It just helps me have more time to do more videos and all this stuff. But we're all in this together. Don't go broke donating to me. So yeah, I'm gonna pull up the Hemp Revival channel, and then I guess we're pretty much done here. Does anyone have anything else they want to share? Kitty Cat, I hear you talking over there. You want to say anything about the bill? So here is the news coverage from yesterday. What is the main website link? My website is usahemprevival.com. And on that, you can find links to the YouTube, the donation page, as well as the 2025 bills. It just says 2025 bills on there, and you can just click it. I just sent the YouTube channel for USA, and now I'm going to post the legislative website, which I should put on the Georgia Hero page as well, if it's not already. So I am gonna just, since we're talking about 254 here, I'll just give you a link directly to 254. And Eric, I don't know if you've been watching since the beginning of the session, my videos, but I do have some how-to videos that you might find interesting live here on this channel, and I did put them also on the USA Hemp Revival as well, just like this one. I'll probably pop on over there. So that's the legislative website. Yeah, anything else? I see there's a few more people on here now. And I will edit this video, so like the chunk where I was gone, I'll just remove that. I think it needs to process for 24 hours before I could do that. Yep, because we're probably looking at like 2 hours. No, only an hour and a half. That's not bad, actually. Any other questions? Do you want any other links for anything before I go and make some dinner?
I'll be right back.
Okay. Thanks, Eric. What did I miss? Looking back on the comments here.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that.
That's okay. All right, this is a comment. Oh, Corey said, I just had a buddy. Why am I echoing? Was that you, Joseph? I
I
just
had
had
a phone call come in.
that the rules page wasn't showing for new members, probably why nobody could access the server. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, oh, I guess, Corey, did you try to pop on here live? She's like, do y'all see me too? Yeah, I couldn't let you in because I wasn't here. But yeah. So David missed it. He was on for a second. There was action. It was like 5 minutes action. They were eager to like get home and have their CDB drinks, as they called it. No, that was epic. Mr. Mustachio wonders when I got sidetracked. That's funny. All right, Turtle kept everyone posted. I think we're good. Any last words? Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, pat yourself on the back for keeping it on track and staying on track. Yeah, it's like a game of basketball. Lots of hoops to get things thrown through.
Yeah, this is definitely not what I signed up for, but it's been entertaining.
I mean, if you can make it entertaining, that's good.
Look, I've gotten too comfortable at that Capitol. I've only been there twice. You know, it's too comfortable. You know, it feels like one big store or something to me. You know,
It's strange, but
when
it's
to me, I feel like I'm finally on the same level as the senators. Like I'm in my house. You know, like y'all can't hide in here. I mean, you could, but you know what I mean. Like you're gonna have to own up to it now. But you know they're not still. So,
I
but
think
yeah,
some are, and I do believe that spaces hold energy, and so the more you bring your energy to certain spaces, the more
yeah, and
empowered.
also yeah, also too, I want to bring it again. I tried reaching out to his office, but it went to voicemail, and I'm going to call again tomorrow because I forgot today. But if we can get as many people to call Representative Derek Jackson and just tell him thank you for what he did yesterday, his testimony alone against Cowser was what we need more of.
Yeah.
You know, because that's his beliefs. He wasn't told to say that. He wasn't paid to say that. That's what he genuinely believes, and that's all we're asking is do what your people and yourself want.
I think it was a wake up call energetically, because a lot of people who are anti-cannabis, it's just this fringe amount of danger, and not enough people talk about the benefits, the freedom, the choice, which is what we should be focused on. Everything is dangerous. That's why there's warning labels. That's why they are kept hidden away and locked up. But that doesn't mean that you take it away completely from someone. That's really
Right.
off balance, and there's just been cognitive dissonance about the whole thing. And I think that is definitely healing through these conversations. And this was pretty bold of Chairman Powell to bring the drinks that were about to be banned. I mean, I don't know, would the THC ban of drinks also exclude CBD drinks? I probably would, right? Just like the flower.
Yeah, it said hemp beverages in general, and CBD is what everybody associates hemp with. You know, when you mention THC, oh, it's weed, that's cannabis, that's marijuana, or as Cowser likes to say, an illegal substance, regardless of how it's derived. You know, he needs to learn the law to be a lawyer personally, what I gathered yesterday. You know, I think,
Well, you guys have a good night. Get some rest, and if anyone wants to join the the cannabis industries fighting and stuff like that, we do have Zoom calls and email lists. So shoot me your email. Tiger, did you want to say anything?
That's a calm kitty.
Want to say something? Hi. It's like listening to the ocean. Her purring. Nothing?
I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. It's getting ready to get busy for me. It's payday for some people. I'll catch up with you later on.
Thanks.
Bye everyone. Donate if you can and subscribe, like, and share.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.